college football world will be on display tonight as we welcome you to Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Tonight we play for the College Football Playoffs National Championship, as we'll see the Clemson Tigers taking on the LSU Tigers. Set for football now in South Florida. Strap in, folks. It's going to be a good one. We are underway in the national championship game. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Levant brings it in. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there at 22. Well, that student section wasn't alive. They are alive and well now. That chunk play woke them up. It is starting to get really, really loud in here as this offense is on the move here in the first quarter. Nifty move. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
2nd and 6. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
He's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. A 3rd down gain of 19.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already in the field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people just like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. Pulled in by Avant. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 16 yards, a 1st down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. This is caught. And he will take this in. Touchdown, LSU. A 14-yard touchdown. And LSU has taken the early lead.
It's never any fun, Brandon, when you're the defensive team and the first drive of the game, you give up a touchdown. The key is not to get down. Make those adjustments and come back for your next series with the intent of shutting them down.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, the LSU Tigers kick team out there to send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. Now a hit and a loose football. And it'll be a turnover. This is going the other way.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for you.
And he will take this in. Touchdown, LSU. 15-yard touchdown, Brown. And LSU adds on to their advantage.
Great field position has to be one of the best friends an offense can have. When you don't have very far to go, you should cash it in with points.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, the LSU Tigers kick team out there to send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Big hold of the, gets through, and now an opening. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. That one good for 33 in the first. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his O-line and just went.
So there's two ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
On 2nd down now, it's Henry. They juked him. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now they'll throw with Taylor. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Nice job there defensively to clamp down, because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at him.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
So a bit of a weird kick there. That wasn't an overly long attempt, but that never had a chance.
You almost wonder if he might have maybe got that one on the laces, because it kind of knuckled on him a bit. And this one winds up in empty possession.
He's going to look deep down the field. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. There he goes, right side. And he will take this in. Touchdown, LSU. A big play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And LSU adds on to their advantage. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Clemson Tiger offense have to specify that. They're set for their next drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a 1st down. Taylor. And this one is incomplete.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
On 2nd and 10, Taylor. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Now Taylor. Taylor hit. He lost the football. And the defense will get their hands on it. Going the other way. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around.
And that is caught. It's an LSU touchdown.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 28-0. After the touchdown, the LSU Tigers kick team out there to send this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Clemson offense back out there ready for their next drive. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
I believe I'm following their logic. Take the big shot downfield, loosen things up. You're hoping to get some points on the board before the half. Maybe now you come back and throw some underneath stuff in order to make sure you get a completion.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On third down, Taylor. Nowhere to go, and down he goes. Taylor is sacked. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
Fielded at about the 28. LSU just 1/2 away from a national title. What a story this would be. Just 1/2 remains in the college football season as we begin the second half of this national title game. Taking it about the 1. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Clemson offense back out there ready for their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. On second down, Jewell, and he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. Taylor hit. He lost the football. We talk a lot about setting the tone to start the game. Well, you want to start the tone right in the 3rd quarter as well, and nearly lost a football there in their first drive.
And sometimes we overdo it when we talk about halftime adjustments and what teams are going to do. Most of the time, it's just a matter of executing the game plan you brought in. But I'll guarantee you, they didn't draw that play up on the whiteboard at halftime. They're fortunate to retain possession.
A nice run back there off the good punt. It's a 16-yard return. The Bengal Tiger offense, if we differentiate them, they are set for their next drive. They'll run on first down. Crabtree. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast, the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that is caught. It's an LSU touchdown.
Okay, we need to double-check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats, but what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice, healthy lead.
Well, after the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click.
And
I just said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because the guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down,
Good luck.
he's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
Taking it about the 1. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And this is picked up by the defense.
Oftentimes when we talk about piling on in any subject, it's a negative. In this case, for this team, it's a real positive. Just scored. Now they go down, knock the ball free, get it back. They got a chance to really increase their lead.
And that is caught. It's an LSU touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown. And this offense continues to pour it on.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. The Clemson offense back out there ready for their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone.
Taylor hit. He lost the football. And the defense has come up with it.
Okay, this isn't one where you want to take the game tape and hold it up as an example, do you? I mean, you talk about frustrating all the way through. And that last error, I think that crystallizes it, doesn't it?
Absolutely. That's been representative of their entire game still being shut out. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, partner, nothing but praise from me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense. And let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football that we've been here to witness.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead.
And that is caught. It's an LSU touchdown from 3 yards out. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Well, they mentioned this week, Charles, they had a couple kinks on offense that they wanted to fix. I would say they're pretty well fixed.
There's no doubt about that. I mean, just about everything they've run has been successful in this one. And if I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm done with this, right? I have no answers for anything. In fact, I'll probably send a note to the clock operator. Let it run.
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Clemson offense back out there ready for their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it.
And Henry's hit. He lost the football. It's going the other way.
Well, partner, I think it's safe to say they can mark this down as extremely frustrating. Here we are in the fourth quarter, and that last play, that turnover, I think it epitomizes what happened to them all day on offense.
So symbolic, and that's why they're still being shut out. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. Give him 10 yards on the keeper, and it'll lead to a second down. He'll decide to keep this once more. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be fourth down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And his kick is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Clemson offense back out there ready for their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. And that one taken in by Lashley. And he will get out of bounds to stop the clock. It's a first down with the clock showing 26 seconds to play.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. Well, the party is on again in Baton Rouge. Back-to-back national championships now for the